Hi everybody. Having a rough day. Trying to get my significant other's medical done, and it's a lot of confusion here. He's got Medicaid, but they don't seem to want to give him his dang stuff. Hopefully he'll get his card, but I don't know. And then he expects me to do everything, and I'm dealing with. Hang on a minute. I'm not trying to show you anything, but I get a bump. I don't know if you can see it, but I get a bump right there. I'm dealing with pain, and he's, you know, yelling at me over stuff that's out of my control. But, you know, nothing can be easy around here, I guess. And now he wants to go back to, well, he's the one who brought us here. I mean, he didn't want to go to the authorities about the so-called mold in the apartment in California. So, you know, he waited till we got here to call him. And that's because the owner there didn't give us back our deposit, which I thought was wrong. I mean, I could understand not the whole thing, but we let that apartment clean and extra things in there for the next tenant. But that's neither here nor there. So now I have to deal with this yelling and screaming until the stuff gets situated, and it's making me mad. And he's yelling. He always likes to yell in the background and cause all this commotion. It's hard on me. And I still have my medical still in California because if I get Medicaid out here, guess what? Social Security will know. And I'm not trying to avoid this, is I'm trying to, I'm waiting for it all to switch over before I can do that, and it hasn't done it yet. Because right now we couldn't afford it. We'd have to move back, and I want to go back to California. I mean, within the next couple months, I want to go back to California. So I'm trying to work on that too. I don't want to be in the street though. So I'm going to have to maybe ask my friend Debbie to temporarily put us up or something till we get everything back. Maybe she'll do it. I don't know. She's got her own thing. She might not even have a room. But I don't know what else to do. He's burned bridges with my friend Dina. You know, and expected me not to be able to talk to her because he don't like her, blah blah blah. Because, well, she's like, as an older sister, she likes to be bossy. And I know her personality. That's why I've known her for over 40 years. But to keep from people arguing and stuff like that, because even if I would have called her in front of him, you know, I can see what I can do, but he's gonna have to explain to his son why we're moving it back there. He can't wait it out. I'm trying to wait it out as much as I can. Because it's too much. It's too much. I'm so, my anxiety's kicking up. I'm frustrated a lot. I get frustrated at him because of all this crap. I don't know what to do about the situation. I'm trying to help, but, you know, powers that be. So, I don't know what to do. I wish this Medicaid card would come. Instead of playing this game of hurry up and wait, you know. And at least they could have done is sent a temporary card for him. I mean, common sense would tell, you know what, you guys need to step it up. No, that's what's going on today. It's been rough. It's been really rough. And I just need, trying to make a video. He wants me to call the health plan, and, it's not mine I'm dealing with, it's his. And they may not talk to me. Not everybody will talk to me, you know. They haven't changed it over the, Superior and stuff like that, which they should have. It's frustrating, people. It really is, and I have nobody to talk to over this situation to calm me down. I have to make a video and calm down that way, you know. But hopefully, we can find a place, head back to California, get all our stuff back, and I don't know. I don't know what to do. I really don't. Oh, I hope this gets resolved. Part of me wants to cry about this stuff, and I can't. I gotta be the strong one. Not easy having to be the strong one and having to deal with all this stuff. Plus what I gotta deal with my own self. What to do? I don't know what to do at all. I have no idea. If I can find a place out here that'll take my medical, even though it's still from California, I'll be happy. I mean, when we lived in California, it was before, and I'm not talking before we moved here the first time, I had medical. I had my meds. I was able to get what I needed for the problems I was having. But ever since we moved here, the first time, same problem. I had the same problem. And I did get Medicaid the last time, and they just took me off of it automatic, because I guess I didn't jump at the fact to go to the doctor right away. And then we went back to California. Everything was set up. I would have been able to go to the doctor, but he found a little bit of mold under the sink, which, who knows what's under the sink is covered up. But, I mean, it's making me frustrating right now, I hate being in a different state. I didn't want to leave California in the first place. I wish we could have found a place out there. The only reason why I came here is because my son's here. That's the only reason. Otherwise, I wouldn't have come. I mean, how hard is it for this state to take care of their people? When they got Medicaid is supposed to take care of this medicine. And they haven't switched over the new health plan to where it's supposed to be, so there you go. So I'm just... I promised Chris's mom I'd be here for the rest of his life, or for the rest of mine anyway. And I'm loyal like that. No matter how angry I get at him, I still am loyal to him and stuff. It's just, it gets hard, because, his mind doesn't work like ours. You know, he had some kind of a little bit of brain damage when he was a baby. You know, and that's why he cannot read or write today, and he's got seizures and stuff like that. And I promised his mom a long time ago not to leave him, and I'm not going to. No matter how many times he wanted up and leave, or how many times he cheated, or whatever he did, I can't swear he did, but you know, I have my feelings. We, you know, in the beginning, we did each other wrong, but you know, now that we're older, we know about what real feelings and everything is. It's hard dealing with him because he was put in his mind a long time ago that men are in charge. Well, it should be both in charge, not just one or the other. You know. So I will continue to try to help him. I will continue to do what I can. You know. I just wish you could stop yelling. It doesn't help. None of it will help. Yelling does not fix a situation. You know. Life as we know it, you know, is the way life is. We have to deal with it. We have to deal with it. But I'm too frustrated right now to deal with this stuff. Sorry about that. It's getting harder for me. It is really getting harder for me to have to deal with him, with his problems. And it's part of his disability, you know. It's nothing that, you know, makes him bad. It's part of his disability. I just don't know what else to do about the situation, you know, except try to help him. All I can do. You know, try to keep him calm. It's not easy keeping that man calm, I'm telling you. His anxiety is really out there. Really out there. But, but we're here for this little girl. That's my baby. That's my little granddaughter. And, you know, there's nothing much we can do right now except live as well as we can. But I'm just overwhelmed right now, and I need an outlet way to deal with the situation. Like I said, I'm dealing with my own pain on my side and stuff like that, and I don't understand what's wrong with it. I've had this bump forever. That bump has been there for years, and never once did it flare up like this. It might be bursitis. I don't know. I have to go to the doctor and find out. But I was told early on when I first saw it, when I first started, you know, seeing it, and I told the doctor then to look at it, and they said it was a fatty deposit. Well, it hurts now, so there's something more to it. But we'll have to wait and see, you know. So hopefully all goes well and I can get him his inhalers. And then I can work on myself. We we've got to do what we've got to do, you know. So I don't know. There's going to be a time we go back to California or not, because it's hard to live there. It's like it's more expensive. You can't even get a studio apartment for under 1,200, and you got to make two to three times the amount of rent. And I don't think that's fair either, but that's the way things are. You know, hello to the adult world. So hopefully everybody else is doing better. Wish me luck. If you're religious, say a prayer. Ow, I just got a pain right there on my side. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me. I'm sorry it went to this. It was supposed to be a way different situation, topic, but I'll work on that on another day. Anyway, have a good day. And you know where the subscribe button is. You know where the notification button. I don't have to tell you. Anyway, everybody have a good day. Bye.